Jake, welcome to NEF, your
Thank you.
NEF debut, your MMA debut. What's the prep been like for this fight? What's the martial arts journey been like? You mentioned when we were talking the other day, you're a blue belt under Bree Gench, who's an NEF veteran.
Yep.
Talk about what brought you to this point that you're finally getting into the cage tomorrow night.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I started MMA actually 2 years after I started jiu-jitsu. I was going to school, UMF, University of Maine at Farmington, and the Foundry, where I started training, is literally like right down the street. And my mom had passed away over the summer, and I felt kind of lost, and I always wanted to try jiu-jitsu. I was listening to a lot of JRE, and I tried it, and first time I trained, I started training 6 days a week right off the bat, and I just knew from the first time I started rolling and trying techniques, I just loved it. I knew I was going to be doing it for the rest of my life, for as long as I can, as long as I'm able to. Like, it just makes me happy. And then, of course, you know, I like intensity. I like increasing things, like a drug addict. So naturally, jiu-jitsu, I wanted to do wrestling and jiu-jitsu, and then I wanted MMA. So I went down to first class MMA, met John Rayo, and I've been training there. I train all over. It's been an amazing experience. It's really enriched my life, and I'm very thankful.
Can you talk a bit about John Rayo? And I've known John Rayo now for over 25 years.
Yep.
One of the most famous, celebrated, beloved competitors in NEF history. What's it been like working under him as a head coach, and what's the community like that you guys have over there at First Class?
Yeah, John's okay. No, he's the man. Rayo's the man. Like, has a way of communicating things to a fighter at the level they're at. He makes things, he simplifies everything. Not to say his technique is simple, it's not. But he simplifies everything in a way that you can actually understand it too. And he'll meet you where you're at technically. Like, he has been a coach to me. He's been everything I've needed him to be from day one. Like, and he's always been straight with me too. When I told him I wanted to start this thing and fight, I said, please be straight with me, never lie to me, and he's never done that. You know, and he's really given me what I've needed at every stage of this whole thing, man. And I can't tell you the crew at First Class, like, how good they are. Like, I mean, it's smaller than I think most other gyms in the state. Like, it's a room, and you can barely find it. Like, I think I missed the first two classes because I showed up, I couldn't find anything. It's like a hole in the wall. But you won't find a harder room with more harder working guys. To name a few, Felipe Gunter, Brett Martin, just guys that are fucking stellar, excuse my language. But yeah, no, it's a great room, and we're family. Like, I trust all those guys. They're my best friends. You know, they're my closest people, so.
Talk about stages of the process. We just mentioned it when you came in. I got to see you the other day.
Yeah.
We talked about the weight cut. You look fantastic. You've already weighed in. You don't look like you've missed a beat since I saw you the other day. What was that process like, and how was it so successful for you?
Yeah, I've always struggled with diet. I like to eat, and my friend Felipe Gunter has done so much research with diet, and he's had so many successful cuts. He guided me through this whole process. Like, he has helped me from step by step by step. He helped me cut weight today, and it was the easiest cut I've ever had. I've done a couple cuts for jiu-jitsu comps that were less than this and way harder. So, man, he is just the guy to go to. Like, I've never had a more successful cut. I've done like 6 cuts before, and this was just easy. Came off so well. I'm barely dehydrated myself. I had some water this morning, had some water last night. Like, I'm good to go. I haven't even drank anything after I got off the scale. I just came to this interview because I feel great. Like,
amazing.
Yeah.
Now you're having your debut against another fellow debut tomorrow night, Ian Godin from Central Maine Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
For sure.
Got a great kind of friendly competitive rivalry between First Class and CMBJJ. You guys compete against each other a lot.
We do.
What are you expecting out of this fight tomorrow night? You guys are debuting in front of a sold-out crowd. What are you expecting, and what's your prediction for the fight?
Yeah, we both smiled so hard in our fight pictures. We didn't plan that, you know. I don't know, I want to say I don't fight emotional. Like, I'm very rational when I fight, but, you know, it's a debut. We don't know what's going to happen, right? I'm confident that I can win the fight anywhere it goes, but the reality is when the cage door's shut, you know, you get to find out what you're made of, and that's what I love about this, right? You know, we get to find out, like, how good is our martial art, right? We get to express our martial art. You know, I'm going to love the fight if it's a technical trade. I'm going to love the fight if it's a chess match. I'm going to love the fight if it's a desperate scramble where we're both just hugging each other and trying to breathe. You know, I'm going to love every second of it no matter what happens. But, yeah, I'm going to go in there tomorrow night, and I'm going to try and take his head. So.
And you've got a great fan base that's showing out for you tomorrow night. You've got a lot of support out there, obviously. What's your message to them tomorrow night, going out there, making your MMA debut? What can they expect to see out of you?
Yeah, you can expect me to leave everything in the cage. Everything. Win, lose, or draw. Yeah, I will not have any regrets once I step into that cage and when I leave. I will have nothing left, I promise you. And I'm so happy that everyone has come to support. I'm baffled by how much support I've gotten for this. Like friends, family, my job too at Coastal Orthopedic and Performance, all my coworkers are showing up for this. My strength and conditioning coach, my boss, Sam Sal, he's a strength and conditioning coach for Bowdoin Lacrosse too, and a bunch of local teams, but he's helped me with my strength and conditioning. I feel stronger. I feel like I've trained smarter too. But yeah, man, I'm just supported left and right, and I really hope that I can be worthy of that. You know, that's my only desire here.